Hi and welcome to Life Community Church Storrington. We are now back online because we've just entered Tier 4. So we've gone and got this out of what we've got as store as a backup. This kids' work, so I hope you enjoy it. Sally's back, which is very exciting. But please join us in the story of Esther today. We have a song, we've got a memory verse as well. Something a bit different to start us off the year. But please come and join us, see what's going on. And yeah, it's great to share this time with you.
In my wrestling, in my doubts, in my failures, you won't walk out. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, you are the peace in my troubled sea. In the silence, you won't let go. In my questions, your truth will hold. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, you are the peace in my troubled sea. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. Oh, my lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore. Whoa, safe to shore. Whoa, safe to shore. Whoa, safe to shore. I won't fear what tomorrow brings. With each morning I'll rise and sing. My God's love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, oh, you are the peace in my troubled sea. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. Oh, my lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore. Whoa, safe to shore. Whoa, safe to shore. Whoa, safe to shore. Far before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storm. Far before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storm. Far before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storm. Far before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storm. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. Oh, my lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore. Whoa, safe to shore. Whoa, safe to shore. Whoa, safe to shore.
Hi everyone, welcome to our story today. So we're looking at the story of Queen Esther, and actually I'm waiting here ready to meet my friend Sally, but I can't see her at all. I haven't seen her at all. Oh look, there's Sparky over there. I'm gonna Sparky! There you go. Hi Sparks, how are you? Oh, he's got a ball in his mouth. Where's Sally? Have you seen Sally at all? Oh no, you haven't seen Sally. Okay. Do you want to play ball? Is that what you want to do? Okay. So give me the ball. Ready, go. Okay, so he's over there. He's gone. Ah! Oh.
Sparky! You just hit it at me without
Right. Calm. Oh, okay. Calm down. We don't want Red Sally. Calm down. Okay, calm. Okay, good, well done. So, okay. So Sparky's okay, he's gone to play with his ball over there, you're fine. So, anyway, you're looking rather lovely today. What's going on?
I decided that today was Princess Day, so I've got a beautiful crown
Yes.
and my dress. Do you like it?
Wow, I like the decoration you've done.
I made
on
it
that dress.
myself.
Yeah, I can see that. That's great. Well done. Fantastic. Well, actually, that's part of the reason why I want to talk to you today, because I've just learnt a new story about Esther.
Oh.
And she was a queen.
Wow, I'm just like a queen.
Yes, you're quite like a queen, aren't you? You're a bit of a handful. So what we're going to do is I'm going to tell you the story about Queen Esther.
Yeah.
And you know what? It starts in the Bible times, in the Old Testament particularly, and that's when the Jews were part of another empire that had invaded them. That was massive. It went all the way from India right the way over to where Jerusalem is, and a bit further and a bit more. And actually, this way. Focus. Here we go. Okay, so it's big place, and lots. Yes, focus. Okay, well done, fantastic. And so what happened was that the king, he was in charge of this, but a bit like you a minute ago, he got a bit cross.
It's not good to get cross.
No, it's not good to get cross.
You get in trouble.
Yes, you do get in trouble, but he's the king, so he doesn't have to answer to anyone. So the king, so he was the king, and he got a bit cross because someone didn't do what he said. Yeah, so someone didn't do what he said, and what happened was it was the queen, and her name was Vashti.
I thought you said it was Esther.
Yes, this is quite complicated. So wait for it. I'll explain in a second. So he asked Queen Vashti to come and do something for him, and she said no. Like that. She said no.
I say no.
Oh no. It's a shame, isn't it?
Sometimes.
Yes, you do say no sometimes. So Queen Vashti, she said no, and the king was so cross. He was so cross.
Was he red king?
Yes, he was a bit of a red king, you could say that. And he took the advice of some of his advisors, and he divorced Queen Vashti, and he said, I never want to see her again. And she was never allowed to see the king again. Yes, it was a little bit sad. But what the king did is he said, I want to have a queen. So what he did is he got all the most beautiful women from all over his nation, all over this empire, and they all came to his palace. And do you know what they did for 12 months? Do you know what they did for 12 months?
No.
They had beauty treatments.
I love beauty treatments.
I know, I thought you
know
would like
what
this
happened,
one.
Nick? One
What's
time,
that?
I'll tell you a story.
Oh, good.
One time, I took my mum's nail varnish, my favourite colour pink, and I decided to paint my nails and my 12 sisters' nails.
Oh, my
And do you know what happened? I used it all up, and I put it all over the table and all over the floor. It was a terrible mess.
I bet you it
And
was.
you know what?
What?
My mum was so cross, I got in lots of trouble, yeah.
I bet you got in a lot of trouble for that. All the scrubbing she had to do.
So now she hides her nail varnish away so I can't touch it.
Yes, well, Queen Esther she didn't have to do her own makeup. She didn't have to do her own treatments.
No?
No, people...
Did she have a sister?
No, she didn't have any sisters
No?
because she was an orphan. But that's another story and a completely different. So we don't need to go into that. But what happened was that other people, she had lots of servants who looked after her.
Wow.
Loads of servants. She had anything she wanted to eat. She had all the best beauty treatment. She was looked after for a whole year
amazing.
to look so beautiful.
Wow, lucky her.
I know, it was really, really amazing. And then, do you know what happened?
No?
And then the king chose, out of all the most beautiful women in the whole kingdom, he chose a wife.
Wow. Was it Vashti?
No, Vashti wasn't allowed to see him again, remember?
Oh.
Exactly. But it was Esther!
Wow, cool.
Yes. And Esther was a Jew. She was one of God's people.
Okay.
Okay. And she had an uncle named Mordecai.
Oh, okay.
So Mordecai's another part of this story. So Queen Esther, she was getting married and everything, and Mordecai was an important person in the palace at the time, and he used to sit at this place called the gate, right? This gate, which was going in and out at the king, and the king and the guards who guarded it, they got a bit cross with the king in his temper.
Would they get red?
God, they didn't get rid. They were very subtle and they were very sly. Because you know what they tried to do?
No.
They plotted a plan to kill the king.
No.
Yes, they did.
That's so naughty.
That's very naughty. What
Did
happened?
they do it?
No, well.
Did they hit him with a big stick?
No! No! Calm down. No. They didn't. Oh.
Did they shoot him with a gun? Bang, 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 bang.
No, they didn't do that either. They didn't do any of those things. Because you know why? Because Mordecai sat at the gate and he found out about their plan. And
Wait, what? Esther's uncle?
yes, Esther's uncle found out about the plan, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
And then he told Esther
Oh, yeah.
about this secret plan, who told the king.
Well, that's a clever idea, isn't it?
That's it. And then the king found out
Yeah.
and he had the guards killed.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Oh, that's what I thought. So they couldn't hurt him. But nothing was done. Although Mordecai had saved the king's love.
Did they write it in a special book?
Well, they did. They wrote it down, but nothing happened at the time. They wrote it down.
Okay.
So yeah. But yeah. So Mordecai nothing happened to him, but the king survived.
That's
Yes.
good.
In the meantime, there's this horrible man called Haman, which is in charge of he's like the prime minister. He's like a horrible version.
Hey, man.
Hey man, you know.
That's a funny name.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, man.
Yeah, a bit like that. So Haman was in charge of everything.
Hey, man.
Yes, okay, that's enough to. So, don't do it.
I'm not doing anything, Nick.
Okay, that's fine. So Haman was in charge of the entire place. And he was the main advisor. He was the one that made all these decisions, and he was so important that when he came in, everyone had to bow down. You know, like bow down and say, "Oh, honor him." But one person didn't. Who do you think didn't?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, well, it was Mordecai. He said, "No, I'm not doing that."
Oh, why not?
Because it wasn't the right thing to do. He said, "I'm not bowing down to that man." Because he
Okay.
knew he was bad. But, another but here. So, what happened was Haman got so cross.
He got red.
Oh, God, so many people are getting cross in this story. A bit like when you came in, you were a bit cross, weren't you? So he got really cross. But he didn't just go like this. You know what he did?
No.
He made a plan to get his own back. He wanted to get revenge. So what he decided to do
Yeah.
was to kill all the Jews. The whole
What?
nation. Every Jew there was. He wanted to kill them all. No. Scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
So he made a plan to do that just to get back at one man.
Right. Okay.
That's how cross he was. So he was really cross. So he made a law. He told the king to make a law, and the king made a law and everything. And who else do you think was a Jew at the time? She was a queen.
Oh, that Vashti.
No, the other one.
Oh, Esther.
Yes, that one. Yes, so she was a Jew as well, but no one knew she was a Jew. That was a secret. I don't really know why. So yes, so Mordecai, he was really worried, and he asked Queen Esther for help, and she prayed, and then she came up with a plan.
Yeah.
And because she wasn't allowed to go and see the king whenever she wanted, she had to be asked to go and see the king. So she had to wait to be asked.
Well, that's a bit silly.
Yes, I know.
I don't wait for anyone to tell me anything. I just burst in there and I say whatever I like to say.
Yes, I can see that. Yes, I don't think you would have done very well in those days, do you?
No, maybe
No.
not.
Probably not. But anyway, so she waited. She came up with a plan. But one night, while all this was going on, the king couldn't sleep. So he tried
Sometimes I can't sleep.
What do you do when you can't sleep?
I wake up my sisters.
I bet you do.
I wake them all up. I jump on their bed and I say, I can't sleep. And then I get in loads of trouble.
I bet you do.
Yeah, I do, because I've woken up the whole house.
I bet you
And
do.
one time I even woke up my neighbour.
I'll bet you that person was well happy.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay. Well, anyway.
I got grounded for a month.
I bet you did.
Yeah.
But anyway, focus. So, what happened was, I can't even remember what it was now. Where was I? Can you remind me? Because you were chatting on so long.
No. Oh, let me think.
Oh, that's right. No, forgotten again.
Maybe it's the moment for the baddie to come in, Nick.
Oh yes, maybe so. Haman. That's a good idea. So maybe he'll remind me. So that's right. So we're talking about the king can't sleep. That's right. The king can't sleep. That's where we are. So the king can't sleep. And so what happens at this time is he tries counting sheep. Doesn't work. So he thinks, is there anything more boring that I can do? And he's like, yes, I can listen to the report. So everything that's been written, that might send me to sleep. So what he does is he listens. And then in this time, he finds out that Mordecai saved his life from these horrible guards that were trying to kill him. So what he does is he's like, was anything done for this man? Was this man able to be celebrated for? Did I say thank you to him? And the reporter went, no, you did nothing. So the next day the king's there, sat there thinking, what could I do? What could I do? And then Haman walks in. Haman! This is Haman!
Oh, I'm here, man.
You are very Haman. I like the important badge you have on, mate.
Yes, you like it?
I love it. Fantastic. And well, you look like a bit of a crocodile, but it's okay. I think.
Well, baddies are crocodiles, aren't they?
Oh yes, that's true. That's true. So anyway, no. So anyway, we have this Stop it. Stop it.
If you put your finger, then I'm just going to have to bite it.
I'm warning you. So anyway, he goes. The king turns around to you, didn't he? I mean, we're talking about when you're talking about stuff. So, and I'll just explain that you're really cross with Mordecai. You hate Mordecai.
Was.
Oh my goodness, you were so cross with Mordecai, weren't you? So, but anyway, you've just walked in, and the king says, "How can I honour this man that has saved my life?" And you were like, "Oh, I know."
I thought it was me.
Oh, you thought it was you, didn't you? So you were like, why don't I would like to wear the king's cloak. Is that right? And the ring.
Ride on his horse.
Yeah, ride on his horse. And you wanted his ring, the hands over here.
Yes, with the royal crest.
Yes, that's the one. You wanted to have all this. And you wanted to walk through the city, didn't you?
Yes, so everyone could see me.
Everyone could see you.
And cheer. I think I was amazing, because I'm important, you see.
Oh, yes, I can see you're important. So, yes, so we had all these things, and you said all this one you wanted to happen to you, and then the king turned around, and the king turned around to you and went, what? He said, go and...
Massive disappointment, to be honest with you.
Oh, dear, what happened?
Because it wasn't me.
Oh, who was it? Who was it?
You don't want to know.
Well, I do
My
want to know.
arch enemy!
Who's that?
Yeah, but you, in a minute, if you get putting your fingers out.
Yeah, I can see that.
It was some guy called Mordecai.
Mordecai. So Mordecai. So we're talking about this guy called Mordecai, and who did you have to walk the horse through the street and shout, "This is the man who
yes,
king of the new."
Completely humiliating.
I bet you were so cross.
Don't make me cross now.
Okay. Well,
I got very sharp teeth.
Yes, I can see that. So you went and you did that, and then you went home afterwards, and you were so cross, weren't you? Like really cross.
Yes.
Yes, you were. And so, but you had already been invited to a dinner with the Queen and the King, hadn't you?
That was quite exciting.
Yes. You had already been invited the day before to the dinner with the King and Queen, and you'd been once already, hadn't you? Yes, the day before. And then she asked you to come back a second time. So you must have been like, yeah.
Yes, I thought I was her favourite.
Well, you know, you're important. It says there, doesn't it? Yeah, it says you're important. So you went back to dinner. No, tight. So you went back to dinner with the King and Queen. Stop it. And Queen Esther was there. Who is Queen Esther? But anyway, we'll ask, did you eat her? Okay, fine. So anyway, so you went to dinner with the King and Queen again, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then so you're having dinner, and then the King turns around to everybody and says, "What does the Queen want? Why is the Queen asked me to this massive feast? I'm really enjoying it, but what can I do in return for you?" And the Queen said, "Don't kill my people." Didn't she? Now
that was a shock.
I bet it was a shock. Did you not know she was a Jew?
No, she never told us.
Oh, well, she was a Jew, and you had done something a bit naughty, hadn't you?
Yeah, it's because I'm not very nice.
I can see you're not very nice. So...
Put your finger out again.
No.
Go on.
No.
Try it.
Stop it. I'm telling
Just
the story
pop
here.
your finger in here.
Okay. Anyway, so you had a bit of a shock, and the king is really angry.
Yes.
Are you a little bit scared at this moment?
I was terrified. I thought I was going to die.
Oh, so you thought you were going to die.
Yeah.
So yeah, and the king storms out of the room and he's like, "Ah! Why would anyone do this to you?" And she said it was Haman's fault. Oh my goodness, I bet you were a bit scared.
I was terrified.
Yes, I bet you were. And then what happened? And then you were like, "Queen, don't get me killed! Don't get me killed!" You were begging,
Yes,
weren't you?
I
Begging for help,
was.
weren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. And then so that happened, but then the king came in and he saw this and he thought you were attacking her, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
So the guards grabbed you and then you got thrown into prison. Yep. And they took away your special important badge. This one got taken away from him. I'll put it here for the moment because I quite like that. And so he got thrown away into prison, and then somebody told him there was a big thing that he had made that he wanted to kill people on called this man called Mordecai. So what he did is he got stuck on it instead, this big stick.
What was it?
Oh, it was a really big stick with a really sharp point on top.
A stick?
Yeah, a really big one.
What? Like a kebab stick?
Yeah, just like a giant kebab stick.
I had kebabs on a barbecue last night.
Lovely. Well, let's focus on the story again. And so
Maybe they were crocodile kebabs.
maybe they were. But yes, so anyway, he got put on this stick and he was punished and he died. There, but
Oh.
yeah.
Well, how did he die?
How did he die?
Did he go bleh?
Possibly.
Or did he go?
No, I think it was
Or
more
did he
painful.
go?
No, I think it was a very sudden death.
Wow.
Well, like that. So you try. That's it, just like that. So, as Sally has demonstrated, Haman died. But we'll stop talking about death now. So what happened was after that, the king needed someone else to be in charge of the kingdom.
Me!
Oh, no! No, you are the queen. You'll just get pampered all day.
Oh.
Okay, in the story, not in real life. But
Oh.
but Esther said, "Oh, why don't you have the man that saved you? Why don't you have this man called Mordecai?" Yeah.
Well, that's good, isn't it? Because that was Esther's brother.
No, uncle.
Her dad.
Uncle
Uncle.
or cousin, something like that. So one of those two
Okay.
relatives. So anyway, so after that happened, then what happened was, because there was a law to kill all the Jews, the king couldn't undo it.
Yeah.
But what Mordecai and Esther did was they said that they were allowed to defend themselves, and the Jews were protected because of Queen Esther's bravery. And she was amazing because she went to the king and she honoured the king in the way she did it. So even though God didn't actually physically do something, what he did is God worked through Queen Esther and Mordecai to save his people.
Wow, that's
It's
amazing.
amazing. It's a really amazing story.
So, God was with Esther.
God was looking
And
after
he
Esther.
helped her.
Yes, exactly that. So God was doing all these things with Esther.
But it's very funny that she even got to that place that she was at.
Exactly.
Really?
She probably a little bit scared, a little bit nervous when she went to the palace for the first time. She didn't know anybody there.
No.
And then but she went, and then she became queen, a really important position. And even then she was scared that she would get killed. At the same time, she was really scared.
Yeah.
But the way she did it showed that she really loved the king and that she wanted to honour him. And so the way she did it really spoke to him. And God used that to save the people. And she fasted and she prayed.
Whoa. What's fasting?
Fasting is when you don't eat, you pray instead of eating.
What?
People, sometimes we fast. We can.
But I'm always hungry.
I know.
Every hour at least I ask my mummy if I can have something to eat.
Yes.
And you know what she always says? I always say, can I have a cake? Can I have some chocolate? Can I have some sweets? And you know what she says, Nick?
No.
I bet you do. She says, if you're hungry, you can have some fruit. I don't want fruit. I want cakes. I want sweets. I want chocolate.
But Sally needs to calm down. Because
Why do parents always do that? If you're hungry, you can have some fruit. Fruit? Not nice
Stop
like
it.
chocolate.
Okay, let's not have a rant at the parents right now. But anyway, back to our story. Is that okay? Just finish off the story. So anyway, sometimes people pray instead of eating, and you know, she asked everyone to do that, and God used her. God spoke to her and told her how to do it, and that is how God saved His people through Queen Esther.
Wow.
I know, that's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you dress up as a princess or a queen, you can think, yes, I can dress up as Queen Esther.
Wow.
And how
that's
important she
cool.
was, and how beautiful she must have been to have all those pamper treatments all the time.
And isn't it cool, Nick? Because we've learnt some Bible stories and our adventures, and we've learnt about lots of boys, haven't we, that have done
Yes.
things, and God's used the boys,
Yes.
but God's used the girls too.
He does. God uses everyone. It doesn't matter who you are, if you're a boy or a girl, if you're old, if you're young, if it doesn't matter at all, anything at all. But God can use everybody to do something. And
Even old people like you, Nick,
thanks a lot. So even old people like me,
with grey
apparently-
hairs.
Stop it. Stop it. Even me, even you. God can use. Shh. So God can use anyone, and that's what He did in this story here. Now, why don't you go and tell your 12 sisters and 100 cousins and 2 million something else? Why don't you go and tell everybody about that story? And that would be just amazing. And even if you can't sleep one night, you can tell them that story, and I'm sure they would love to hear it.
Wow. Maybe God will use my 12 sisters.
Yes, and your one horrible brother. That smells.
We don't like him.
Yes, but he might still use it.
I doubt it.
Okay, fair enough. See you later, Sally.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. There Sally goes. It was lovely to see you all. Sally's going to tell everyone about this story, and we'll see what you do as well. Bye.
Hello everybody, how are you doing? We need to learn a memory verse today, but I can't remember what it is. Sally? Oh, there you are, Sally.
Oh, hi, Sparky. Have you forgotten the memory verse again?
Yes, I have.
Lucky I'm here because I know it.
Oh, good.
Do you know the song Incy Wincy Spider?
Wincy spider.
Yeah, that's the one.
climbing up
Stop!
Oh,
Wow, we're going to use that tune, but not the words. And we're going to change it and put these words in.
okay. What are the words then?
I'll sing it.
Okay.
God's children are led by His Spirit. You try. God's children are led by His Spirit. Romans 8, verse 14. God's children are led by His Spirit. That was quite good. Should we try it one more time? Boys and girls, can you join in too?
Yes, please.
Ready?
Ready?
Go! God's children are led by His Spirit. God's children are led by His Spirit. Romans 8, verse 14. God's children are led by His Spirit. Yes. You're getting much better at getting the words right, Sparky. You must be learning. Bye, boys and girls.
Bye, everybody. Let's go, Sal.
So we've just watched the story about Esther, and I spoke to Sally about how He used her. And I think it's really important that we remember that God used Esther. God didn't actually do a miracle. God didn't do anything amazing, but what He did do is He used people in the circumstances they were in to save people, to speak to people, to use them. And God can use you. God can use you even in the place you're at. Maybe he's asking you to help your mum and dad. Maybe it's to help them, to serve them. Maybe it's to speak to your friends online. Maybe it's to, I don't know, speak to your grandparents, I don't know, and just say, I'm praying for you. It's just an encouragement, guys. God can use anyone with the art, and he doesn't need to do miracles to use you. He can use you in any way possible. And we saw today how he used Esther to save all of Israel. And I think that's really important. God uses you where you are, and he does that by speaking to you with his Holy Spirit. He speaks to you in prayer. He speaks to you in the Bible. So that's why it's really important to be praying, to be reading your Bibles, so you can listen to what God's saying and how he wants to use you. And this week, why don't you pray and say, God, use me. I don't know how that is, I don't know what that looks like, but God, show me an opportunity to be able to be used by you and to serve you and do what you're asking me to do.
So we just looked at the story of Esther and we've just had a little explanation, and it'd be just great just to finish off in prayer. So if you just shut your eyes with me, and then we can pray together. Yeah, dear Lord Jesus, we thank you for how you've loved us. We thank you for more of how you've equipped us, but you've equipped us to be like Esther. How you've equipped us to do great works in your name, but Lord, help lead us in how to do them and what to do. We can do the right things in the wrong way, Lord, and we pray now that you just help us do the right things in the right way in this time, which is so strange. Amen. Amen. Great, and I hope to see you guys soon, but before then, please tune in to all our online stuff. Take care.
I can't believe I didn't get into this film. Must have been my accent from last week. It's ridiculous. Beef.
I promise I was just eating an apple. I wasn't really eating any chocolate. I like all the healthy food, Mom, I promise. Beep.
What's going on?
Sally.
Man. Hey, man. Hey, man.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
Beep.
Oh,
Good night, Mike.
hey, I don't think we ever made it into this film. I got a crown and everything. We didn't make it into this film. I was supposed to be King Xerxes. Who are you?
Well, I'm supposed to be Mordecai, mate, but I didn't quite make it in here either. But you've come all dressed up for the part, so you look a bit stupid.
I didn't know Mordecai came from Australia.
Well, he doesn't, mate, but this is a show, so we're just auditioning for a part.
I was supposed to be some sort of other accent, but I've got a limited repertoire, you see?
I could see that.
Yes, it just comes out.
Anyway, mate, we better get going because we're not supposed to be here anymore.
Oh, yes.
So there's this bad guy called Haman, right?
Hey, man.
Yes, you. That is definitely you. How you doing?
I'm very bad.
I can see you.
I think I got it for real life, folks. Beep. No, I'm
Don't-
sorry about that. Didn't mean to bite your hand off.
Look, American,
Yeah.
you need to not bite my finger. If you do that again, I'll be really upset.
Okay, let's take two.
Okay, are we ready? Don't do it. Okay, so
I'll go over here.
yes, please do. So there's a bloke called Heyman. He's the bad guy of the thing. He
Hey, man.
Yes, you're Heyman.
Yes.
Right. Stop it. All right. No more. No more. That's it. Stop it. Right, so they had all these beauty treatments. So yes.
I love beauty treatments.
I
Just
can see
do me
that.
some, do me some.
So there was all of this, a bit of perfume. There we go. So, yeah, exactly.
A bit more, bit more.
Okay, fine. What about this one? This looks weird.
I don't like that one.
And then we've got some nail varnish.
sparkles.
So what we do is we start with massage.
yeah.
So what they did, what they did is they massaged your
I
hands.
lie down.
Oh yes, like that. So massage your hands,
Oh,
and
this
then you
is
got some nail varnish
relaxing.
out, and then they did a bit
Nick,
of like that. Yes.
Nick, I'm not really made of. I'm made of material. Be careful.
Okay, I will. But yes, you did that, and you had a little bit of some sparkles everywhere as well.
Beautiful.
And then this is just, and then you got hair clips. So you can just put
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah.
So this is all the way they looked after everyone then.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you want a bit more? There you go.